Chris brought up a good point there about well, actually both of you, I heard y'all discuss about back in even in Chris's era of, you were kind of, Chris, you were growing up in Miami, and it's the same thing for me and Gerald in Orlando. You lived where you lived, and then you went to that school. That's what I think we've lost traditional wise in these high schools across the country. Because I know for a fact, well, I can just speak from Miami too. It was very traditional in high school basketball. You go Miami Senior High, you
Yeah.
know, you go to that gym on any basketball season and you step in that gym, that place is wall to wall people.
You don't
Back
want
in
to
the
play them
80s
teams.
and
Yeah.
the 90s
Yeah.
when Shaky Rodriguez was
Yeah. You
there,
don't want. Yeah. You don't want to play them teams.
and
You don't
then for
want to see
me
that.
and Gerald in the Metro Conference in Orlando, Jones High School back in the day, it would be packed. Any
Right.
any any Metro Conference game in our city in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s was standing room only, you
Yep.
know. And then surely, slowly but surely kids started going away from that situation for what for people in their ear telling them, you don't need to be here, let's go here, let's go there, and then recruiting and then
I will,
agents
and I
and
will say this now. I mean, because I saw I was literally a part of that transition. I feel like
right,
I was in that. I graduated 2010,
right,
right when stuff was starting to make that shift. Like you
yeah,
can't play for your high school no more.
yeah.
It,
There was there was a period of time, I know, in Central Florida, you know people shunned on some of that stuff, like
right, that was a bad
why
thing.
are you
Yeah,
going there?
yeah, that was
You need to
bad.
be
You don't
going
leave.
over here, or you need to be going. It's amazing to me. But
I'll tell you this: the emergence of IMG, Mount Verde,
yeah,
DME,
exactly.
Victory Rock. You just look in Florida,
Yeah,
just alone. The schools in Florida have put so much pressure on schools nationwide. Look at the
right.
climate we have. It doesn't snow here. There's
Correct.
no snow days. Ain't no shutting nothing down. We running
Right.
outside 365. You in the pool. You in the beach. You is focus. It's work. You move down here. You in
Hmm.
some. You in kids up in New Jersey. It's cold as hell. It's snowing. It's ice. Those
Hmm.
kids are matriculating to these situations where it you training 365 7 days a week. We
Yeah.
don't. I don't. We don't report to no athletic director or a lady that draws or plays with a pen all day, telling me hours on how to train my athletes. Ladies, shut up and go teach them students. Give me my athletes. You pick and you pluck the ones that are dead behind serious about this. If you're not dead behind
Yeah.
serious, stay at a regular school because it's literally levels to this prep high school stuff now. You can't just if you're really the top player in Orlando, or you really getting down like that, why you not at West Oaks?
Right.
That's hey,
Right.
hold on. Why
Yeah.
you not at West Oaks? You have housing, food, free education, and a gym and a full-time grind session schedule. Why you must not be that good?
Yeah.
And then
That's what they don't.
And
there
it's
was a
like
period.
those type of situations has made this, or you may be that good and you have the family structure. You got it all figured out. You don't need that situation.
Right.
You
Right.
got
Right.
parent, moms, dads in the sports realm, know what he doing and won't let you go. That's the only reason kids ain't doing that now because Division 1 schools, they're coming to prep schools and no private schools. Those type of situations first. Why would I waste my time to come see Evans and Jones or whatever? Who do they have? Are they on a shot
Mhm.
clock for one? No. Are they lifting weights 2 times a day with an individual skill work? What does their day consist of? They're in class 6 hours a day. How are they an
Yep.
elite basketball player? You in class.
Right. Right. Right.
We're actually catching up to, I feel like, the international system. The international system, if you really like that overseas, you start playing pro 15, 16 years old.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's true.
it's like it's not so much, we're actually kind of blending this thing all in, and you fit in where your game is at determines where you're going. Because if you don't have that kind of game anyway, you can't even talk about a West Oak situation unless you got $25,000.
Mhm.
True.
DME, you can't talk about DME or IMG unless you got $50,000. If you're not good,
Mhm.
you're
True.
not. We're not even finna waste no time. That's what I love about it. At this level, every goddamn player in this level can play.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And I,
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be here.
and to piggyback off you saying on the training and stuff, I think when the city started making their gym, it's like I was saying earlier, it's supposed to been to take kids off the street and give them something to do, right? But it messed up the situation for kids playing outside. But that's all we used to do, and that's how really you worked on your game. If we didn't have no, because at the end of the day, we didn't have no training, so we looked at guys that was older than us. And like I was saying, we see our favorite guys that that's out on the street or whatever like that, and you kind of take your game from this here and there, stuff like that. But when they kind of uh took the situation for guys not really playing on, I mean, it was a time for like 10 years, good 10 years straight after I came back from overseas. Before I left, people playing outside. Then when I come back, I'm in Arizona and it's hot. I was in there for 5 years before I
Yeah.
came back, and they playing outside. So I'm thinking like, okay, so it's dry heat there though, but it's hot, right? So
Right.
I get back here and I don't see nobody outside other than we playing at Lake Dune. And right now they didn't change Lake Dune up where you can't even go out there and sit down.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And they got the courts out there, but they still go out there, but it ain't like it used to be. So, you
No.
know, and everybody need places to practice and all that kind of stuff like that, which that's fine. But just to generally kids come out and just say, look, I want to learn the game of basketball, I want to play. It starts by getting out there on the court and
Watch
having
this.
a little
Watch this, coach. I'm gonna go even further. It's not just outside thing. We got a kid here. I'm not gonna mention his name. He's from overseas. He just got here last week. We just played 2 games today, right? The
Mhm.
kid didn't score not 1 point in either game. So I come back doing my little dorm chat. I'm like, why are you laying down? Watch this though now too. We have an indoor gym here on campus, 2 minutes of walk from your dorm.
Yeah.
Key fob, key fob, the ball's right there. You don't have to ask me nothing. Key fob right there, ball right there. You didn't score not one goddamn point. Coach Brett, you know my mom. What would my mom say if we done drove to Orlando and I
Right.
come up there and we play 2 games and Christopher Harris don't score 1 point? Oh,
Yeah.
she would be
Exactly.
making me run back to Port St. Lucie.
Oh yeah. You wouldn't be getting in the car.
I wouldn't get in the car. What the hell? He guess he's sitting in there
It's
on his
true
back.
though.
Hey, he's
It's
sitting there
true.
on his bed, on his back, legs crossed, looking at his phone like that. I sat on the floor, coach, so he can see me. I got down on his. I sat on the floor. I said, "How many points did you score today?" Oh,
Mm-hmm.
none. I didn't score. I said, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you like my mom said. You didn't score not 1 point in 2 games. Get your behind out this bed and go to the gym until I tell you to come back.
Right.
You are locked out the house. I'm gonna help you get it. Oh, I'm gonna help you get it or go home. That's the mode we're in now. I said, if we lose by one goddamn point, if you score 4 points, we win by 3.
There you go. Yep.
You score 2, we win the game. One goddamn basket.
Yeah.
And you ain't gotten you in the bed. I said, bro, you ain't in the bed until the gym's go. You are locked out until dinner comes tonight. You locked out. Stay in the gym. I don't care what you do. And it's not going to be figured out your game in the bed. They think these kids these days think they're going to figure it out here on the video game or laying on the phone swiping. Your
Right.
motor isn't going to be built laying in the crib. You got to go do slides and runs and shuttles in the sand if you got a bad motor. If you can't finish with your left hand, you got to get in that left hand layup, left hand layup, double cross, between leg, double cross, layup, left all day long. You
Mm-hmm.
can't shoot a pull up. You got to shoot. Man, it's like, dog, these kids have no clue how much work it takes to get good. Forget playing outside. That's why they don't play because they're not good.
Right.
They're not, they suck. Kids these days suck. they don't play. They don't. The video game is so it's so raw. That video game is amazing now. The PS5, the
Right.
Xbox, whatever, coach. It literally takes your brain. Oh, you don't even want. If you have one, it's hard to go work out. It's so much stuff you can do on that thing, coach. It's like, why would I want to go work out? Let me tell y'all what you can do. I can create a player, you can create a player, coach create a player, right? We all link up, say, hey, we gonna go to the park. This is what these kids do. Say, hey, meet me at the park. I be thinking they talking about the real park. These kids talking about the online internet basketball park.
Right.
Where you take your created player, you take it, and they go play 5-on-5 like that. That's where they playing pickup basketball at now. 2K has pickup basketball. They don't even play the real teams no more with the plays like we used to. That's why they stupid as hell when it comes to basketball. They don't know basketball. They are literally playing with their created player that they paid VC points for.
Mhm.
And I done created my player to do all this foolishness. And you can make.
He cooking.
You can pick whatever the player is, right? And then now we all five of us go together.